Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Off the Board. This is a monthly series that I do the last Wednesday of the month. I've missed a couple, but I'm back, hopefully. We pull a pin from Pinterest, and this is the one I pulled for some inspiration. I really like that lacing, so I'm going to do a little bit of lacing on my layout today. And I thought it was a really good and fun way to add some unexpected texture to your layout. So I'm starting out with a piece of white cardstock that I have trimmed down just a little bit more than a 1/4 inch on two sides, so that I'll have a little bit of that blue and green striped paper as a border all the way around. It is also going to be the backing for the cavern that I am creating in this white paper. So I am just kind of figuring out how wide of a cavern I want to create, and ripping a little bit off from each side so that I don't have, or so that I can control how much white is on each side of the layout. So I'm going to go ahead and get that trimmed down. I have just one photo, and it is of the little girl that I watch. She is in the foreground, and one of her little friends is in the background, and they are on the monkey bars. Neither one of them can actually go, do the monkey bars hand to hand, but they love to hang on them and swing on them and then drop down. They are both only 2, so that would explain why they can't actually go, move their hands on them. But they do a pretty good job for their ages. It's pretty incredible. So I thought I would document that for her. This is going to go in her album, and just documenting how active she is and how long she's been actually working on hanging on the monkey bars and swinging. Long before she was ever 2, she would climb up to a low bar, and then she would hang on to it and kind of fall off of the step that she is on and just hang there and swing back and forth until she was ready to drop. And so it's pretty impressive for under 2. And so I definitely wanted to document that. She's very active and loves that kind of stuff. So I did gut the bottom left-hand corner there just a little bit so that I could use some of that paper to bring in more of that color of the green and blue behind my photo. Because I don't have a second sheet, I did have to do the gutting process. And then I pulled out some Distress Oxide in... I was going to try Faded Jeans, but I ended up going with Prize Ribbon. It's closer to the blue that is in that paper. And then I just used a piece of scrap paper there that I had, inked it up, and I am cutting some reinforcers. The reinforcers are from a die set from Elizabeth Craft Designs, one of her journal, what are they called? Planner Essentials sets. And it's actually Planner Essentials 11, number 1655. And it's just one of the small dies that comes with a much larger set, and you get some tickets and that kind of stuff in the set. It's kind of cool. I did use my edge distresser to distress up the edges to add a little bit more a little more texture to the layout. And then I'm inking up the edges of the papers to give them a little bit of differentiation from the back. So I just wanted a little bit of contrast, and I like the way that that's looking. And then I'm going to do the same with the paper that I am backing behind the photo there. And pardon me, I am going to add some embellishments over the photo. I did have to modify the photo a little bit because there was another person in it, and I removed her from the photo. And one of the lower little steps, you can tell that it is edited, but I am going to put some embellishments over that area. I am using these little reinforcer tabs as kind of like lacing holes, and the other layout didn't have that, and her layout is definitely more of a grungy kind of a look and more grown up looking, which is fine. I mean, my intent was not to have a really grown up look. This is for a little kid's layout, but so I don't think there was reinforcers on the other one, but I wanted to use them just to kind of make it a little bit more playful. And then I'm just going through some bits and pieces of ephemera. The piece I just stuck in the middle there, it says every day has happy moments, and that is from the Buenos Dias collection from Obed Marshall. And then I'm pulling out a couple other pieces, that sticker that says cool, and I think there is one that says, yeah, it says happy days. So I'm going to use those. I'm going to use a couple of the other bits and pieces, the star and heart, and a couple little banner flags on this layout. Same with that, I think the Love It piece is also from that collection. The music notes and the bird are from a Pink Fresh Studio collection. So those are a little bit different, but the colors all match, and so I felt like it works really well. And then I'm just trying to play with the look where I'm going to put each thing to kind of layer them up. While I do that, I just want to remind you that this is a monthly hop, so go and check out the people that are playing along. Their links are down below. Crystal Barrett started this several years ago, and it's been going on every month since. And then for the month of July, she does every single day. And I have played along with that as well. I don't know that I've ever done every single day, but it is a lot of fun going and finding different things to use as your inspiration from the Pinterest boards. And oftentimes, or most often, I try to choose things that are not scrapbook related. It just so happens this month I am choosing another layout, but I try to choose things that are a little bit different to kind of inspire me in different ways. So I think it's a lot of fun because you never know what you're going to come up with. I am going to pop this title piece that says Love It up onto some foam tape, and just to give a little bit more added dimension, I am just playing around with the embellishments before I go ahead and start the lacing. And I think I take I'm pretty sure, I take the photo off to go ahead and do the lacing. I'm using a piercing tool. This is from Amy Tangerine. It's a really old set for doing piercing and stitching, and I don't use most of it except for that little piercing tool. And then I have a foam mouse pad underneath that allows me to pierce into it. And then I'm just pulled some embroidery floss from my stash in this blue color. Matches perfectly. It's a bit shiny, which I really like, but it means that the knots that I tie in it don't stay very well because they just kind of like come undone. So what I do is I create the knot, I add a little bit of glue to the knot, and then I tie a second knot on it so that it holds it all together. Now, I didn't make you sit through all of the stitching because most of it is done off screen, but I did want to show you that I do put a little bit of tape over the stitches in the back, especially because they're long. If I was just doing regular stitching, I wouldn't worry about it, but because there's are long stretches in between, I didn't want it to get caught up on whatever layout is on the flip side of it and have it pull on it. So I just put a little bit of washi tape there to kind of hold things in place. And voila, it's done. It kind of looks like a shoe. I maybe wouldn't have made my stitches so perfectly even, but I did want them to kind of look like monkey bars. So yeah, that's what we got. And I actually do like the way it looks. It looks a little different than what I expected, but sometimes those unexpected things are things that work out well. So I did pull out a Fancy Pants ephemera pack from the Bright Side, and it has some label type pieces in it. The light blue was a really good match to the light blue that is in that paper, and then the circular piece that has the multiple other colors in it matched really well with the piece that is in the middle that has the writing on it where it says every day has happy memories, happy moments. It has all of those colors in it, the yellow, the pink, and such. So I pulled in two pieces from that Fancy Pants set that has multiple colors to kind of pull those colors over to the far side of the photo. And this little heart also has like a grid design, but it has also those colors in it. So that worked really well as the dark blue banner that is right above the word Love It. It has some color to it as well. So liking the way that that's looking. I'm popping up this musical note, and I know there's nothing musical about it, but I thought it worked really well because this kid is really into loving her music, and so you know, there's a lot of musical references in her life, and we listen to music all the time, and she loves to sing. So I went ahead and included it because, you know, it just speaks to her personality. And then I wanted this tag or this piece that I'm sticking in the middle to be more lined up with the stripes that go horizontally. And I don't know that I really achieved that very well, but that was my goal, and that's why I'm cutting it so that it would stay. But once I got it in there, it was stuck pretty good. Like, there was not a lot of moving it around, and so it looks a little better than it did originally, but I don't think I got it quite as straight as I wanted. Here are the close-ups, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, you can leave them down below. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. If you enjoyed this video, I would sure love a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe as well. Don't forget to check out everyone else playing along, you guys, and I will see you guys very soon with another video. I'll be back on Friday, I believe, so be on the lookout for that. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.